Good afternoon, everyone. This is New York State Labor Commissioner Roberta Reardon. Thank you for joining us today for another update about New York State's unemployment insurance program. Since early March, states across the country have seen an unparalleled increase in the number of new unemployment insurance claims, including here in New York. And while tomorrow we will release new data on the number of claims processed last week, we know that states across the country are still struggling under the weight of this crisis. Nationwide, over 30 million Americans have applied for unemployment insurance since this crisis began, including over 1.6 million people here in New York State. That is a heartbreakingly high number, and I know there are more New Yorkers for us to serve. So today, I'd like to give you an update about how our systems are functioning, how much money we have paid New Yorkers during this crisis, and the creative ways we're making sure that everyone receives their benefits. On May 1st, we announced that New York State had paid $4.6 billion to unemployed New Yorkers between the beginning of this crisis and the end of April. As of today, that number has increased to $5.8 billion. Getting this money out the door and into New Yorkers' pockets has been a Herculean task. For context, we paid out $2.14 billion in unemployment benefits during the entirety of 2019. That means in just 2 months, we have paid out nearly 3 times the total level of benefits that we paid all last year. We know there's still more work to do and that there are still New Yorkers who have not yet received their benefits. Many of those applying for unemployment benefits because this crisis they're new to our system. So on Monday, we announced a program to help inform New Yorkers that federal law requires them to certify for their benefits for the week. As part of those efforts, we proactively emailed 90,000 New Yorkers who had completed, processed, and payable claims, but were not receiving funds because they had not submitted a certification. Today, we're taking that work to the next level. We have now identified over 470,000 New Yorkers with complete, processed, and payable unemployment benefit applications who did not submit certifications in previous weeks, effectively leaving their money on the table. In total, those individuals missed over 697,000 weekly certifications. And if those certifications had been submitted, they would have received a combined total of approximately $480 million. No one should miss out on their benefits because of red tape, including these federally mandated weekly certifications. So we're taking action to help New Yorkers submit backdated certifications and receive their payments faster and easier. Currently, the only way to submit past week certifications is over the phone when speaking with a DOL representative. We know that can be a long process, especially with the unprecedented impact this crisis is having on our phone capacity. In fact, we want to reduce the load on our call center, which has seen weeks during this crisis with a 16,000% increase in volume. Yes, I said 16,000% increase. So today I'm announcing that we will be launching a streamlined process for New Yorkers to submit previous week's certifications online. As part of this new process, we will directly email New Yorkers with missing certifications from previous weeks to inform them of the situation. And we will include in that email a secure form that they can use to submit their information, which we will then verify, process, and pay. If you don't have an email on file, we will also try you over the phone, and as a last resort, we will send you a letter in the mail with information on backdating your certifications so that you can get your money. We also want to remind New Yorkers that in future weeks, the fastest and easiest way to submit your certification is online. All you need to do is visit www.labor.ny.gov/sign-in, enter your ny.gov username and password, click Unemployment Services, click Claim Weekly Benefits, and then follow the instructions. And finally, We are releasing a new fact sheet today to provide more information for New Yorkers about the status of their claim. I know that many people have seen pending as their status for far too long, and I understand the anxiety that this can cause, because when you don't know where you are in the process or why you are there, you feel powerless. This new resource will outline the main reasons that someone's claim could be pending, so you can have a better sense of the work we're doing to process your application. And I want to assure you that we will continue to think creatively to get as much information into New Yorkers' hands, while at the same time working 24/7 to process their applications and deliver to them their funds. I also want to note, I know we've gotten a few questions on this before. We have made payments of $600 to individuals who applied for PUA and were caught in the initial cumbersome and illogical federal guidance. These individuals were mired in additional red tape and facing delays, so we moved heaven and earth to certify these payments while we continue to process their applications.